On October 30th, 1999, Lieutenant Colonel Ajit Bhandarkar made the supreme sacrifice in the Poonch district of Jammu and Kashmir, leaving behind his wife, Mrs. Shakuntala Bhandarkar, and her two sons, 7-year-old Nirbhay and 5-year-old Akshay. In all their years together, he helped Mrs. Bhandarkar transform into an empowered woman who withstood the test of time and evolved as an individual, and today is a proud mother of two officers in the armed forces who served their nation with the same pride and dedication as their father.
I am Shakuntala Bhandarkar, wife of Lieutenant Colonel Ajit Bhandarkar, Shaurya Chakra, and also mother of Major Nirbhay Bhandarkar and Lieutenant Akshay Bhandarkar. So, all my friends and esteemed dignitaries, the students and staff of NETI organization, I wish you all a very happy Vijay Divas. Now, the very word Vijay itself is such a positive word. It's quite a memorable day. 26th July 1999 is quite a memorable day for all of us Indians. Why? Because we had won the Kargil war. Some of you wouldn't have even been born. So I'm just going to say a few words about my dear husband, Ajit Bhandarkar, who was martyred on 30th October 1999. So how did it all begin? So Ajit always wanted to join the services. So when he was sharing this as a kid, his aunt, who happened to be uh, a teacher at Bijapur Sainik School, told my mother-in-law, that is Ajit's mother, that why don't you put your son in Bijapur Sainik School, the right place for people who are aspiring to become an army officer. It does all the grooming and training required for an army officer. So Ajit appeared for the test. He cleared it, and that's how he joined the Bijapur Sainik School. He comes under the 77th batch of, that is 1977 batch of Bijapur Sainik School. So there again he had all the leadership qualities in him. He was the school head boy, and he belonged to the Hoysala house. So many of you who have heard about Bijapur Sainik School, they have different houses, and Hoysala house was one among them, and he was not only the captain of the Hoysala team but also the head boy for Bijapur Sainik School. So they used to call him, I believe his schoolmates said that they used to call him Manav, meaning he was such a nice person, such a good human being. So that was his pet name at Bijapur Sainik School. So after finishing his school, as usual, like all of us, after finishing his 10 plus 2, he cleared his NDA and he joined NDA, and he joined the Golf Squadron. And all the courses have their number at NDA, so he belonged to the 59th course of NDA. So you see how he got groomed to take on the responsibility of a young officer, And after clearing his NDA, he joined the the Madras Regiment. He joined the 18 Madras Mysore. So how it goes is it's the extended version, or the Mysore Maharaja forces when it got merged into the Indian Army. So that this Madras Regiment was a part of the Mysore Maharaja forces. So that's how we got that 18 Madras Mysore Regiment. And there he took off his career as a young officer, going to various stations in India, the borders, whether it be in the east or whether it be in the north or in the west. So he contributed, and then he was posted in OTA, that is the Officers Training Academy in Chennai. So that's how he was progressing in his career, and he was doing very well as a young officer. And he would always keep his work and his organization at the top. And then after doing the staff college, he was posted in Sikkim, that is near the China border. It's called the Nathula Pass. So in the meantime, I had my two babies, Nirbhay and Akshay. After the Sikkim posting, we were all very, very happy to know that finally we've got one, posting. We call it as posting, transfer as we call it. So we got our transfer to Delhi. So this was a very pleasant surprise for us. He was due for his promotion as well. So it's understood, and he didn't want to sort of manipulate, or what can I say, choose his posting, because he was in a place where he could influence his postings. And once on a dinner table, while we were having our dinner, I was just asking him, like, why can't you sort of get things in favor of him? He would always say, if all of us would like to have postings in very comfortable places, then who's going to go to the so-called field areas? So he would always, and also he would always encourage me to be very independent. He taught me how to drive the car. He encouraged me to learn car driving in Delhi. And I also finished my B.Ed there in Delhi. He would be very supportive. He drove me down to the center to write my exams. He would take care of the kids. He was a very loving father. He loved kids. He would, carry them on their shoulders. Our home was very close to India Gate. So we had all this wonderful family time. So having picked up his rank as a lieutenant colonel, he was posted in a regiment called 25 RR, and it was a field posting where families were not allowed. So I was staying in Delhi. Why? Because it was very close to Jammu and Kashmir, so he could anytime, in case he wants to visit us, he could come and he would not be wasting his time traveling. I had to come back to Bangalore for spending the summer vacation with the kids, and that's when this Kargil was happening. So we would watch the news every day and keep a track of what's happening. And my in-laws would be very, very, uh, you know, worried for Ajit. And in those days, we never had the mobile phones for any communication. It would be only through army lines, which would be very short and brief. But somehow I kept the kids happy. I took, we spent good quality time with his uncle, I mean, with the kids, with our family members, our in-laws, my parents, and all that. So somehow that summer of 1999 went off, and we had to join Delhi, and we had to go back to Delhi, and there again we were back to our own routine. We were staying in our quarters there in Delhi, and I was working, and the kids were going to school, and it was like any other normal routine happening. And as usual, we generally, because I was working, and we would plan up our vacations. So Ajit was planning to come down to Jammu, and he said, you come to Jammu from Delhi, and we will meet there, and we will spend some time there with the kids, and we will go around the city, and then he would come back with us, and we would have our his he would rather have his vacation. So all this was being planned, and one fine day, it was like, I had spoken to him. It was 29th, and I had spoken to him the previous on 29th. I spoke to him, and on 30th I got a message in the evening saying that no, he's no more. So that's how shocking it was for me, and my life was totally shattered, and I was like, what next? Then finally a day came when my son had to take the decision. So just after his 12th, he said, Mama, I want to join the army. And he finished his graduation, and then now he's joined his father's regiment. And also my younger son wanted to take up flying. So he decided to join the Navy, rather the Naval Aviation Wing. But due to his air sickness, he couldn't take up his flying. So, but then now he's got trained as a submariner in the Navy, and there he is again mm, on his mission of serving the nation. So you'll be wondering, what is all this? So this is the badge of sacrifice. And this is the Gaurav Padak.